Hi everybody, foXnoMad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter by telling you all the things I didn't say. The things I didn't say about India, the things I didn't say about this phone when I reviewed it, the things I didn't say about that camera lens durability when I reviewed that a few months ago. These are all the things I didn't say. What I'm talking about are the comments that inevitably creep up on videos that say, hey, you didn't mention that one place, or you didn't mention that one feature or aspect about this. A lot of those comments that popped up on my India videos, for example, hey, you didn't mention New Delhi's transportation system, the metro system. You didn't show the south of India, and so on. And to be fair, this happens on my tech videos as well. Things like, you didn't mention this specific feature or this particular aspect. You didn't spend enough time about it on this product, and so on and so on. And this is really a feature of YouTube comments in general. It's not just my channel, but as somebody who makes videos on YouTube, I thought I'd explain why I don't say certain things. Am I hiding something? Really, the answer is a lot more practical than that. So let's start with the video making process in general, which begins well before I even turn on a camera. So if it's a travel video, for example, I might have an idea that I want to go somewhere. Maybe there's a particular event I want to see, or I get a recommendation to visit somewhere. So I'll have a kind of general idea and I'll go there. But the conclusion of the video isn't made before the video is made. In other words, I may be going to a Sufi opium-fueled festival in Lahore, but I don't have a preconception of how the video is actually going to turn out until after I've visited and shot all my footage and I come back edit it. It's not like I go and I say, this event is going to be totally crazy, so I've got to make the video crazy. It doesn't work like that. I may show up somewhere and something is really quite dull, and then the whole context of the video changes, which is fine, because the fact that I thought it might be super interesting and crazy, and then it turned out to be super dull, becomes the interesting point of the video. And chances are, if I have some sort of preconception about a place, you do as well. And maybe I can help you travel smarter by showing you the differences between what you expect and what it was really like. For example, when I was in India trying to get scammed on purpose twice, I made 2 videos about that, but it took days of filming to get the footage that ended up being a 5-minute video and a 10-minute video. Really, it took a lot more time and it was a lot more difficult to get scammed than I realized, which became the point of those videos. 1, that the scams weren't as bad as I had expected, and 2, it was very difficult to get scammed in the first place. It really took effort to try to get ourselves into those scams. So after all those hours and hours and hours of footage and filming, you get on YouTube, maybe a 10-minute video is what you end up seeing. And the same holds true for my tech videos. I end up testing and reviewing a product for weeks usually before you get to see the video. And again, there's hours and hours and hours of footage that doesn't make it into the final cut. And believe me, you wouldn't want to see those uncut full versions of those videos. They'd be pretty dull, to be honest. But in any editing process, whether you're a film studio or a humble YouTuber, a lot has to get cut. That's just part of the process. The goal is to be efficient, to stay on point, and as always for me, to help you travel smarter. For travel videos, that's usually telling a story through my personal biases, which we all have. But if you keep watching my videos, you'll get an idea of a baseline of what those biases are. And the same thing is true for tech videos. If you watch my tech videos, you'll find certain designs I tend to like more than others, certain styles or features that I find more important than others. And the same thing goes with travel. There are things that I find interesting that you may not. Those differences might not always overlap with yours, fair enough, but that's where the comments come in. Once a video is out, that's my particular take on a place, topic, tech, product in a particular point in time. And I've talked a lot about the constraints of YouTube, but what I do like about this platform is that once the video is out, it becomes dynamic with your comments. So the video doesn't just end with what I've said. It includes all of your comments and your feedback as well. Maybe I missed a street market that was just a couple of blocks away from where I was filming. You let me know about that. Maybe I didn't focus enough or mention these earbuds waterproofing, and that's something that you're very interested in. You let me know in the comments. And a lot of those comments and feedback are useful, not just to me, but the other people who are reading and watching the video. They really add some nuance to a video that I couldn't really completely put in a video. There's always limits into what I can say and put on the video because of time constraints. and filming constraints. And the comment section really helps expand beyond that and gives different perspectives than just my own in a video. Occasionally, like my original Osmo Action review, you point out major changes, and I realized that, hey, I got to put out another video and correct some of those things that you pointed out. When it comes to travel, you often say, hey, you should check out this place, or you missed that place. And I can go, okay, if I'm still there, I will go check it out. Or maybe the next time I visit, I'll put it in my plans. And for people who are also watching that video who might be planning on traveling to a particular place, they also can see in the comments and go, hey, that's a pretty interesting thing. Maybe I'll check that out. That's where the YouTube comments come in. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of YouTube comments that are pretty much just useless, that they don't help anybody, to be honest. I'm fortunate. A lot of you guys have been very nice to me, and a lot of the comments are very helpful and very supportive. But there's a reason that YouTube has hid the comment section basically from YouTube videos. If you look on your phone, it's all the way at the bottom. You've got to click and then click back to the top. There's a reason that YouTube made that decision to make the comments difficult to access. But there's always going to be the constraints of filming and footage. So I've been on YouTube officially since about 2006, but it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I started uploading regularly. And uploading regularly means filming regularly. So when I go to a place, I'm filming. When I review a product, I'm filming. Before about 2017, late 2017-ish, 2018, if I mention a place and I need some B-roll to mention it or to give you a visual idea of what that's like, I don't really have that B-roll. So when it comes to the south of India, I've been to the south of India multiple times. Like I mentioned in a previous video, almost until recently, more than the north. But the fact that I wasn't filming then means that you don't see that background, that B-roll footage from those places because I wasn't filming. So to compensate, I might use some of my old photos, and I really prefer to use my own footage. So if I didn't shoot it, I probably won't use it in a video. So if you're saying, why aren't you showing the south of India? And the reason is because I didn't film the south of India when I was there all of those years before 2018, basically. So if I talk about or I mention a place before that time, chances are you're not going to see footage from it. And the simple reason is because I didn't film it. But these days, I really love making videos. I make 2 videos a week. So when I go to a place, I'm constantly filming. So I'm getting a lot more footage now. And going forward, you'll see a lot more about the places that I'm visiting because there's going to be a lot more footage taken, like hours and hours and hours, an obscene amount of hard drives full of footage from my travels. And what that means is the more I film, whether it's about a place or a tech product, the more I can show you both in a new video as well as when I mention something, hey, I was at that place at that time. I can then show you the footage from that place and that time from the past because I will have filmed it. Still, when it comes to something as complex as a culture or an entire country, there's no way I can say everything. It's impossible. There's absolutely no way. Even after I record this video, I'm going to go, you know what? I should have emphasized that more. I didn't like the way I said that, and so on and so on. What I can only do is really show you a sliver of things. Now, when it comes to a tech product like this mouse, for example, I can show you a bigger piece of the overall pie. So the sliver becomes a bigger piece of the overall pie with something as relatively simple as like a computer mouse. But when it comes to traveling, when it comes to a culture, it's limited by all sorts of things. And that's for a few reasons. One, it has to come through my own eyes. So if I didn't go to that food stall, then I can't really talk about it. I just missed it. Maybe I didn't have enough time to go to X, Y, and Z place in a country or a city. And maybe I just didn't find those things interesting. There's no way, it's impossible for me to say everything, especially about a country or a culture or really anything. There's always something else that can be said. What I try to do as best as I can is show you an important sliver of an overall pie. And hopefully, as I continue to make more travel videos and tech reviews, you'll be able to get a better slice of that pie. I'll get better at being able to tell you and show you the most important things or the things that I find the most important or interesting about a topic. I'll be able to show you more of that within that overall pie, but there's always going to be something that's left to be said. Ideally, I don't miss something glaring, and that ratio between that sliver and the overall pie kind of gets closer and closer and closer through filming and testing and shooting and all those things that come with making a YouTube video. If you want to keep up with my progress, hitting that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any new videos is a good way. And while you're down there, hit the comment section and let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about my YouTube channel. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your comments, and I'll see you in the next video. The camera is one of the Sufi. Let's start with the video. So let's start with the video process in general. So travel video, that's something like start with the video make the Sufi festival in Pakistan video making process in general.